Another dark log from the diary of a griever named John Weaver, which is me. Morning, guys. 23rd of February, 2026. It is Monday, and the time index is about 1:15 in the morning. Not alive, not awake. So, Trump and his insanity going on, another distraction about his insanity, and people are just wigging, except some of the corporate media and the independents aren't wigging out enough on this one. Give me a second, changing the angle on this thing again. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Where was I about? About old Trump head. So, what was it, last week? We had a Navy submarine doing maneuvers around Greenland. Apparently there was something happening on board the ship medically that one of the sailors had to be transported off the ship onto a Danish surface ship and taken to a nearby hospital on Greenland for medical reasons. It wasn't clear in the articles that I was reading what it was and what the ship was. All they could say, it was a United States submarine. And it could have been a boomer or not. Having issues medically and needed assistance. This isn't something new, guys. For centuries, world governments have been trying to develop something internationally. Because of the commerce that was increasing, there was a lot of commerce throughout the centuries, but in the 20th century, in the 1900s, there had been rules and regulations, or could have been 1800s, but there was rules and regulations for mariner safety, that any ship experiencing issues, and there was another ship in the waters nearby, they were to help. They were to send assistance, to render aid of any sorts. And it happened more and more in the 1900s, when there was an invention of the wireless, and they have the Morse code going, and then they had voice. The mariner ships out there could keep track of each other, and if there was a ship nearby that experienced something, maybe almost catastrophic, that it was required for other ships to render aid. Famous ones were Lusitania, not Lusitania, well, that's one of those ships anyway, during the wartime. I was thinking about the Titanic and some of the other White Star luxury liners that had issues. Titanic was the famous one, and there had been other ships after that. Andrea Doria makes another one. I remember about that one. There was two ships regarding the Andrea Doria. Two passenger ships, collision. They had to have a third ship to transport passengers to shore, to, I think, America on that one. Titanic was up in the North Sea, making a run from England to the United States. And if anybody's been traveling through the North Seas during certain seasons, you know how treacherous the waves can be. But also during wintertime, when they had issues of icebergs. Titanic, as I understood, was double hulled. It was configured in a way where they could trap the water in compartments and try to minimize sinking. But the problem is they didn't have any lifeboats, at least not enough to accommodate the crew and the passengers. They had to draw lots on those. Women and children first, then the ill, and everybody else for themselves afterwards. A lot of deaths, survivors. Even the owner of the ship sank in the waters. And they were rescued. They already put out the Mayday. And they were rescued. But since then, there have been other ships having the same issues as well, in different portions of waters, not just the North Atlantic. They had to come up with the ways of dealing with help, how to render it fast, especially when you're dealing with a ship that's having catastrophic issues. Over the late 20th century to 21st century, it's gotten worse sometimes. Not just because of hijacking, but because of atmospheric conditions and storms getting rougher. That they really had to be on the ball regarding ship safety. But it's not just surface and commercial, it's also military. The military also has to respond as well, who have signed treaties. You know, their government signing treaties with each other, probably through the UN Pact, and they would render assistance whenever possible. Because we had the World War I and World War II, we used a lot of passenger transports and cargo transports as hospital ships. Well, I think last century, they developed two hospital ships, Mercy and Comfort. The United States Navy used it as a support fleet to send them whenever they are needed. Unfortunately, they're based out of Alabama in dry dock, and they're going through repairs. They're going through remodeling. They're going through reconditioning. They're going through whatever it takes for refurbishment before they're sent out to sea again to be needed. There are NGO ships out there, non-governmental organization ships, that are also hospital ships. And they're also floating around, dispatched to different countries that actually need a floating hospital off the coast for medical conditions. There are charitable organizations that supply the funding for those ships. I know I've supplied some of the funding for some of those ships too. And I think it was still well worth it. In regards to what happened to the Navy ship, there wasn't another Navy ship who had a hospital designation. But the submarine was close enough to a Danish ship, and the Danish ship transported the U.S. sailor to a nearby hospital in Greenland. Or Denmark, I think. I think it was Greenland. Just for treatment, see what was going on. Nothing heard yet. And then what do you expect from old Gasbag of the United States of America, who's supposed to be the elected leader of our world, who still has delusions of grandeur of leading Europe? There have been postings, memes, rumors that he wants to rule Europe. Well, in his madcap delusions, he dreamed about Greenland needing one of the Navy ships out there. And he was going to send them out. And he posted it on X. Did an AI posting on it. He thought Greenland needed the United States' help regarding medical issues. and therefore, for humanitarian reasons, they should send a ship out to Greenland to help the poor people over there. To which the international community, especially Greenland and Denmark, went, "Are you out of your mind? Our medical is handling things. There is no issues happening over there. And if there was, they've got it covered." Think of it this way. Greenland can do things like a community, local community hospital would take care of. But then they would have to have transports to take people off the continent there, bring them back over to mainland Europe for specialized treatment. But other than that, they can deal with the basic medicals. They can deal with basic surgery if necessary. But anything traumatic, maybe. But if there's going to be any long-term care, specialized, mainland Europe's got it. Trump is trying to do a political end run. So is his regime. They're going to be using this thing to tell people that all we want to do is help you guys in any way, shape, or form. The problem is, it's not going to help them that much. If we had the 2 ships available, they still would have been refused. Even 1 ship would have been refused because Denmark and Greenland are saying they're fine. Leave us alone. But I doubt that's going to happen because Trump's mentality and his insanity going on. He wants the distractions for everything, including people talking about Epstein. And he's got his press secretary pushed out beyond the limb. She's flying without wings. And she's crashing and burning at the podium all the damn time. There have been rumors, probably posted online already, that she was trying to say, believe me, I'm trustworthy, I'm not lying, I'm honest, and giggling like a mad schoolgirl who just told a lie. That's what they're reporting. We've got skaters, we have Olympic heroes being talked about, but not enough. They had the ending of the Olympics yesterday. I missed it. Slept right through it. Or was trying to sleep through anyway, but I was tossing and turning anyway. I kept thinking in my own screwed up head, my memories concerning about what I spent with about a couple of weeks in the hospital. Just laying on those damn gurneys was uncomfortable as hell. I mean, I know it's used foam padding that they had. And every time they kept trying to maneuver those things to make it comfortable where I'm sitting on a damn thing, my tailbone was hurting. It was very uncomfortable in the sons of business. One could barely sleep on them, if they could. I saw a lot of people toss and turn on those damn things. I come back home and I'm having problems tossing and turning on my own damn bed. I know how broken down the damn thing is, but still, trying to make it more comfortable when I could. The medications I've been taking regarding the antibiotics are still affecting my sleep. They're still affecting my sleep. Now, it may be helping out with the healing of the wound I still have on my foot. I'm going to be seeing this week the podiatrist to see what they say about my foot. And I'm waiting for that to happen. I just hope they don't do another debridement on that damn thing. That hurts like a son of a bitch. if they had me send me back over to the hospital for another MRI. The thing is, I can't do their CT/MRI over at the Kaiser facility because I am too damn fat and too damn heavy for their damn machine. I'm not light enough for it. So it couldn't slide me in. Couldn't slide me in and take a look at the damn foot. So I would have to go through another thing at the hospital again. Either short term or is it going to be a long term again? I don't know, but I gotta get prepped for that one, don't I? I just wanted to say a few things. What was happening on my head at this point? My dog's still driving me crazy in the middle of the night. I'm still trying to sleep. I haven't been able to. Got an appointment with a shrink again today, so that's gonna be fun. Other than that, Trump still wants his tariffs on the world 15%. He thinks that his board of peace is going to do stuff for Gaza. Trump's taking money out of the treasury to put into his madcap schemes. He thinks, and there was something talked about, I don't know if it was accurate or not, if I got this information right, about the board wanted him to be leader. Now I know that was bullshit. Why would they want the orange gas bag except make fun out of the asshole and make him into a target? Target for ridicule, target for amusement. Basically a big fat target to get nailed. Now how about this one? The United States had been going after the International Criminal Courts. They've been going after him hard. They want him dissolved. Because our countries have been doing humanitarian, egregious actions that hurt populations left and right. The International Court is getting ridiculed and insulted more and more. And the United States doesn't want them in operation because they'll be next. If or when Trump gets out of office, one way or another, he'll be subject to The Hague, Netherlands, where they have the International Criminal Courts. He'll be subject for prosecution. Trump doesn't want that. Trump thinks he's above the law over everything, and therefore he's got to try to do everything he can to get rid of rules, regulations, and laws. Because nothing's supposed to affect him. Problem is, he's already screwed over the United States right now. We're so pissed off it's not even funny. That when you have the Supreme Court deciding that the terrorists that Trump's been sucking money out of the people, well, the court system says you can't do that. Only Congress can. Give it back. And Trump's like, no, I want more. I want to suck it out of everybody. Worldwide, 15%. Which means anything and everything we're dealing with people regarding their commerce, we're going to be paying more and more in the United States. He doesn't get it. He thinks he's making billions and billions and trillions of money. But he's making the peanuts out of us. The ones that are still paying for this shit. Clusterfuck. And to the rest of his regime. Everybody over there. Including Congress who allowed this shit to happen. Fuckers. Yeah. It's that kind of a Monday already to start off with, isn't it? That being said, guys. You try to get some sleep, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be getting sleep because of the damn antibiotics I got here. I'm fucked.